now on your side.
That breaking news, terror in Boston. 2 explosions at the finish line of the Boston Marathon captured on video, a scene of carnage and chaos. Thousands of people were there, more than 100 people injured. It is being treated as if it were terrorism. America is in shock right now. We know at least 2 people are dead, possibly a third person.
100 others are hurt, many of those critically. Doctors are saying those injuries look like something you'd see out of Baghdad.
Now, we just got some new video of the actual explosions into our newsroom a couple of minutes ago.
Look and listen as you hear and see the first explosion and then hear that second explosion several seconds later.
Sounds like it was, 12 seconds apart? Likely no coincidence this occurred at the finish line of one of the highest profile races in the world. News media from all over the world there, many TV stations covering it live. Most people, as you see, fleeing the scene, but others running in to aid the injured. A senior U.S. security official indicates that other explosive devices have been found near the scene, although Boston police have not confirmed that. Now, more than 120 runners from southeast Wisconsin were in Boston for that race, plus their support teams. So far, we are not hearing of any injuries to Wisconsin people, and we are going to hear from many of them in just a moment.
And the White House has been briefed. The FBI and ATF have sent a team of investigators to try to determine exactly what happened.
We expect to hear from the president in just a couple of minutes. We will carry that live. A couple other backpacks have been blown up as a security precaution. Much of Boston in a security lockdown as a precaution.
And Francis Coe has the latest on the explosions and the aftermath.
It's being described as pure chaos. Cameras were rolling when at least 2 violent explosions erupted near the main grandstand of the Boston Marathon. It happened near the finish line as thousands of runners were completing the race. The 2 loud explosions ripped across the area, sending spectators and marathoners fleeing.
There was just debris coming right across the street, and then everybody just started running and yelling, and we ran into the Mandarin Hotel.
It happened during the height of the marathon. The elite runners had finished, and the bulk of runners were coming through on the final stretch of the race.
There was one right at the finish line. It was just this huge pile of smoke, and then it sounded like a huge cannon went off, and then another one just happened right across from us, and it was just this huge explosion, and there's just debris everywhere.
The remaining runners were diverted, and the race canceled as emergency crews rushed in. Injuries are severe. The majority of those hurt are believed to be bystanders.
Everybody started running the other way. There were a few people that were running over towards them to help out the injured, and there were some really bad injuries. Some people were very, very badly hurt.
The explosion was so powerful that some runners on the course were knocked to the ground. Now police and emergency officials in Boston are dealing with a mass casualty situation. Francis Coe, NBC News.
Well, let's take a look at that first blast again on the right of your screen, shaking cameras, everything in the area. Runners go down. The camera pans to the right. Smoke is coming from a building, and then that second explosion 10 to 12 seconds later. And the chaos that follows.
And